All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video, and this is my Buffalo Sabres at Winnipeg Jets preview. They just keep on winning on the road, and they win in Dallas 3-2, and then they go into St. Louis and win 5-3. Owen Power scores uh, in back-to-back games. He gets his first goal of the season in Dallas, the overtime winner. Then he gets a goal last night in St. Louis, his second of the season. And the Buffalo Sabres just keep rolling. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen was on fire last night. I think we need to play UPL in Winnipeg, and we need to go with the hot goalie. We need to go with the hot hand. Um, I think it should be Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and Craig Anderson. Um, Unfortunately, I think Eric Comrie just lost his job to Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I think they should keep Luukkonen and Anderson. I wouldn't mind trading Eric Comrie um, if we could get something for him. But coming off these back-to-back wins in Dallas and in St. Louis in back-to-back nights, and now they go to Winnipeg to take on the Jets, who are a very tough team. The Jets are 31-17-1. The Buffalo Sabres are 25-19-3. I'd be happy with 6 out of 8 points. We got 4. Do I want 8? Hell yeah, I want 8. But going 4-0 on this very tough road trip is going to be very, very difficult, especially against the Jets. Because the Jets are such a good team. But I think the Buffalo Sabres want revenge for them beating us, earlier in the season. Uh, and I think the Buffalo Sabres, they're going to come out flying, now that they know they're still in the playoff hunt. They want that wild card playoff spot. I want to end this drought this year. I want to see the Buffalo Sabres make the playoffs. Get them some sort of playoff experience, and then make an even bigger run next year. That they have the playoff experience. And then after that, then Saturday, they will go to Minnesota, who we've beaten already this year, so we know we can beat them. But in Minnesota, it's going to be very tough. Like I said, if we could take 6 out of 8 points, um, right now we got 4 points. Beating Dallas and beating St. Louis, you get 2 points per win. So even if we lose in overtime or a shootout against these two teams, we still get a point. So that's why I said I'd be happy with 6 out of the 8 points, or even 5 out of the 8 points. Uh, I want to beat Winnipeg, though. I really do. Start out 3-0 on this road trip. And I think they want revenge against the Winnipeg Jets. Um, you know, like I said, I wouldn't mind trading Eric Comrie. If we can get a good draft pick, I would take like a third round pick for him. Um, you know, uh, I'll settle for the third round pick. I don't think we're gonna get any more than that. I don't think anybody's gonna give us a uh, roster player for Eric Comrie. So I will take the third round pick. I wouldn't go much lower, maybe a fourth, but I wouldn't go any lower than that. A third or a fourth round pick for Eric Comrie seems sufficient, considering we got him as a free agent from the Winnipeg Jets. Um, I would trade him to a Western Conference team. I wouldn't trade him to an Eastern Conference team where he can come back and whip our ass. But Minnesota, I wouldn't mind trading him to Minnesota. Um, after we get done with the two games, of course. But LA even, I think he can help out in LA. We just got UPL and Anderson, and unfortunately for Comrie, his injury did him in, I think. And UPL has been playing some outstanding hockey. Don Granato has these kids playing outstanding hockey, and they're 3 points out of a wild card playoff spot. So they got to keep rolling, and I think they will. Um, Man, if they can beat Winnipeg in Winnipeg, that would be an awesome, awesome, huge, huge win. Uh, but we need kids like we got last night. Dylan Cousins scored. We need Jack Quinn to score, and of course Tage Thompson. I want to see Jacob Bryson. I want to see Ilya Labushkin, Matthias Samuelson score. You know, um, but in that, I think we got to go with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I don't see how you can sit him right now. Um, I would say, I think Conley's as good as gone. Um, Even though they signed him to a 2-year deal, um, I want to see JJ Paterka score as well. Henry Jokiharju, and of course, guys like Dylan Cousins, Tyson Jost, Peyton Krebs, Kyle Okposo, and of course Victor Olofsson, Jeff Skinner, Alex Tuck, the main guys. Um, but mainly I want to see Samuelson. I want to see Samuelson have a good game in Winnipeg. Of course, Rasmus Dahlin. I think we need to trade for, another forward, someone who can put the puck in the net besides Skinner, Tuck, and Olofsson and Cousins. I wouldn't mind trading Casey Middlestat if the deal was right. Um, because right now, he is producing, even though he's not scoring, he is producing in other ways, and he is getting better. So, uh, if you're gonna move him, now would be the time. And I think San Jose for Timo Meyer, might be a good destination for um, Casey Middlestat. I could see Anaheim for John Klingberg. Uh, I wouldn't mind having him to help out this defense, because they let teams in the zone a lot. So we need a guy like Klingberg who can stand up at the line and stop these guys from getting in our zone so easy. And I think he can help kids like Samuelson and Power and Yoki Haru and stuff like that, and Bryson. Uh, I wouldn't mind moving on from Bryson, although it would suck. But the deal has to be almost spectacular. I would want, at least 2 roster players and a pick to get Jacob Bryson from us. But I think they do need to make a move or two, and I think they have one in the works. The rumor is they're close with San Jose on acquiring Meyer. So fingers crossed on that. I don't know who on our side is being thrown out there in that trade talk, but uh, as long as it's not Peyton Krebs or Alex Tuck or any of our main guys, uh, maybe a prospect like Osland or Matthew Savoy, someone like that, um, or Casey Middlestat. He would I think the change of scenery out in San Jose would do him wonders. But like I said, guys, I really want to beat Winnipeg. I want revenge. It's gonna be a tough game. It really, really is. They're 31-17-1 for a reason. Let's make them 31-18-1 or 31-17-2. Um, as long as we get the points. But they got to keep on rolling to stay in the wild card playoff hunt. So, guys, comment in the comment section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss a video. This is Sports Dom. Peace. Go Sabres, and let's beat the Jets. I know it's going to be very, very tough. This is the third of 4 games on the road, but they just keep winning on the road. They beat Dallas in overtime. They beat the St. Louis Blues in back-to-back nights, the Monday, Tuesday games, and Buffalo won them both. Now we got to go into Winnipeg. I know it's going to be tough, but they've overcome the first 10 minutes of games. If they can weather the storm and get some solid goaltending out of UPL, I think they'll win the game. I honestly do. And stay tuned for my Buffalo Sabres at Winnipeg Jets recap. Until my next video, this is Sports Dom saying peace and go Sabres. Let's crash the Jets in Winnipeg.